Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Kat. I'm a wife, a homeschool mom, and an avid reader. For everyone else, welcome back. I know it's been a little bit since I've done a video, but I really have been missing it even around my school schedule, and so I'm going to try in this next 8 weeks to find a way to do a little bit more recording and still staying up to date with my schoolwork and having time to read. But it is March, and that definitely means I need to look at what I want to read this month. I have a kind of nice thing right now and that is our spring break from our homeschool co-op and the end of my first set of classes um, fall on the same week. So I have spring break for both. And that has led to me reading a lot more. And so what I've already done, it is March 3rd when I'm recording this. And so I have read 2 books so far this month and am getting ready to start a third. So I'm really excited that March is starting out this way. I do know that come next weekend, that that reading is going to slow down a whole lot just because the next set of classes do start. So let's jump in. I'm going to start with the 2 books that I've already read and then follow up with some of the other books that I am looking forward to reading. So, starting off, this month is Cover with Cassidy's Realmathon month. And so I have picked some titles that are going to help me to help my team as much as possible during this week, this first full week. And we'll just see how things go. The first book I will get 10 bonus points for because it is an urban pick. With Covers with Casties, there are 3 prompts that I have that will get me extra points. One being the urban prompt is there for all the teams. And then the other 2 are for just my team. I have joined Team Stag. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So the first book is Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. This is the second book to the Ruinous Love trilogy. And in this one, we are following Lark, Sloane's best friend, and Lachlan Kane, Rowan's brother. In this one, the 2 have quite an interesting meet in the beginning. But I don't want to go too much into it because I don't want to spoil anything for if you haven't read Butcher and Blackbird. But this one I had so much fun reading. There's a lot of banter back and forth, and the trigger warnings at the front are quite enlightening and funny. And the audiobook, it's a dual narrator, perfect for this type of book. Really enjoyed it. The other book that I have read this month already is Quicksilver. This one fit for 3 of my prompts. I did not have it an audio, or I did not have the physical book for this. Um, it is 670 pages, so I think I'm okay not having that one at this exact moment. But I did listen to this one on audio. The audio is fantastic. I kind of was on the fence with doing the audio after hearing all of the hype about it, but the hype is well deserved in this one. So this one, we have Sarah Spain. She lives in the third ward. The entire town is or the entire city is kind of divided like spokes in a wagon wheel, is how they describe it. And her ward has been quarantined. She's given all these rules to follow, and she ignores them quite often. And it ends up taking her to another realm where there are fae. And I had so much fun with her story. I was a little leery due to the main character's name, and it being a romance. My daughter's name is also Sarah, spelled differently but pronounced the same. And I was worried that it would make me feel weird, but her being 14 and not really at that stage yet, I was okay with it. When she gets older, we'll see if my feelings change. But this one is a series, and the next book does not come out until October. So I am anxiously anticipating the next book. But in this one, Sarah Fane goes on an adventure in another realm and is trying to get back home. Um, very, very great characters. A lot of fun for this one. I think this is going to be. This book raised the bar for a 5-star. So, unless other books really pick up the ante, I don't know how many 5-stars I'm going to have with having this one here at the beginning of the year. But great book. The audio is fantastic, and this one will get me 10 points for the urban setting, 10 points for having non-human creatures in it, being fae, witches, etc. And then 10 points for having plants on the cover. I don't know. I haven't sat down and looked at the other prompts of where these books are going to fall, but those 3 things were kind of my guiding force when picking my books for the month. Up next, I am about to start Scythe and Sparrow. This also is by Bryn Weaver and is the 3rd and final book in the Ruinous Love trilogy. And this one is going to follow Fionn Kane, which is Rowan and Lachlan's brother, and Rose Evans, who is a motorcycle performer. And at the end of Leather and Lark, we have a shocking moment, and this one I'm hoping picks up from there with maybe a little bit of Rose's backstory, but we will have to see. I am looking forward to this one, listening to this one on audio, because the narrators did a fantastic job with both Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark. So we're going to see how this one goes. Continuing on in the books I'm looking forward to reading, I have A Soul to Keep by Opal Rain. In this one, we meet Rhea. She is a harbinger of bad omens and is blamed for demons eating her family. When her town, it's time for the next offering to the Dusk Walkers, the town offers Rhea a choice of either being thrown into into prison, or to be sacrificed to the faceless monster. But the monster is not what he seems to be. All Orpheus ever wanted was a companion, each decade in exchange for a protection ward from the demons that terrorize the world. Orpheus takes a human offering to the Vale, the place he lives and the home of the demons. Brief companionship does little to ease his loneliness, and their lives were always unfortunately cut short. But Orpheus wants to convince Rhea to stay before she's lost to him forever. My younger sister has read this one and gave it 4 stars, so I am excited to give this one a try. The copy I have has just very cool chapter pages, and I am definitely looking forward to trying this one. Continuing on in the non-creature or non-human creature side of things, I am going to put a couple of Enchanted fandom picks on here that I haven't gotten to as of yet, just because of my reading schedule not being there and life being what it is. The first one is Getting It On with Gargoyles by Hazel Mack. In this one, we have Thea lives in a small town in Massachusetts, and um, her sister thrifts an aged map to a town called Ever, and the town, according to the internet, doesn't exist. They only managed to find it with the help of a gas station owner who offers to come if they call for him. And so we have where she finds out that the shepherd is not a human, but instead a gargoyle. And he apparently is very snarky. So I am going to give this one a shot and see where it takes me. The other Enchanted fandom one, I believe that this one is vampires, and this is a magical world, magical town called Moonvale, and Fila has her world turned upside down when a magic attack destroys her trinket shop and everything she has worked for. She's devastated, but finds solace in her new friendship with an anonymous pen pal whose letters ease her troubled mind. This one, I am just enjoying the cat on the cover. This one has sat out Even though I knew I wasn't reading it yet, it has sat on my shelf facing out because I love the little cat on the shelf. Looking forward to giving this one a try. Third Enchanted fandom book is The Truth of Lies by Lily Ann Rose. In this one, we have a woman wakes up in the forest with no memories, and the future king of the Air Kingdom claiming to be her husband. And she's trying to adjust to her life with the sarcastic and temperamental Fey Prince of the Earth Kingdom. So we're going to see how this goes. This, looking at the next paragraph, is going to be sound like a love triangle because she's torn between kingdoms and has to uh, recover her memories to figure out what her new role is and how she's going to continue going forward. And last but not least, I have Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This one is kind of a what happens um, after the D&D campaign ends, I guess. We have and um, an orc named Viv who's hanging up her sword and figure out what she wants to do next. Um, and it sounds like there's going to be coffee involved in some sort, which, hey, why not? Um, this one I did get more because I want to read Bookshops and Bone Dust, which I think I'll have more interest in than this one, but I did want to kind of have where it began. So we're going to see how this one goes. All right, and there we have our book stack of the physical books that I'm looking forward to reading this month. How many I will actually get to with um, this spring break week versus how many I'll read the rest of the month, we're going to have to wait and see, and I will check in with you guys soon. Bye.